morning, ladies and gentlemen. Here are the top stories of the day as covered on Mega News. Investigators in Romania say seating position and the angle of impact were key factors in saving the lives of 3 passengers in the minibus crash that killed 7 fans of Greek football team PAOK. According to preliminary findings, the survivors were seated on the right side and towards the rear of the minivan, away from the main point of impact. The crash occurred when the vehicle collided with an oncoming truck. Authorities say the collision was a partial head-on impact that concentrated most of its force on the left side of the minivan where the driver was seated. That side suffered severe deformation, while the right side remained comparatively intact, shielding the passengers seated there. A witness driving behind the minivan reported erratic movement before the crash, saying the vehicle swerved while attempting to overtake, then struck a truck and was pushed into oncoming traffic. The bodies of the 7 victims will be transferred to Greece today. The remaining survivors were taken to a hospital in Romania. 2 are stable and will return to Greece, while the 3rd remains hospitalized pending surgery due to a head injury. Authorities have released new updates on the deadly explosion at the Violanda cookie factory near Trikala, which killed 5 female workers early Monday morning. Yesterday, the factory owner and 2 managers appeared before investigators and gave preliminary testimony for 4 hours. All 3 were arrested earlier in the day on charges including involuntary homicide, causing an explosion, involuntary arson, and causing bodily harm. They were later released pending the completion of the investigation. The fire brigade announced that initial findings point to a propane gas leak as the cause of the explosion. According to officials, gas had accumulated for months in an enclosed space before igniting. The blast destroyed an entire production line at the plant. A separate report indicates that the factory lacked gas leak detectors. The same report states that the propane pipes linked to the leak were installed underground, although they should have been placed above ground. The full accident report is expected to be submitted to the Trikala prosecutor's office. Greece is moving to strengthen ties with India following the launch of the first ever direct airline connections between the 2 countries. The new non-stop flights, operated by India's largest airline Indigo, link New Delhi and Mumbai with Athens, marking a milestone in bilateral air connectivity. The routes are expected to support tourism, investment and broader economic cooperation. Greek Tourism Minister Olga Kefalogianni, who visited India this week, confirmed plans to open 2 new Greek diplomatic missions in Mumbai and Bangalore in 2026. The move aims to facilitate travel, attract investment and deepen cooperation beyond tourism. During her visit, Kefalogianni met with India's tourism minister. The 2 sides agreed to move forward with a new bilateral tourism cooperation agreement expected to be signed later this year. The agreement will focus on exchanging expertise, tourism education and student exchange programs. Kefalogianni also noted that Aegean Airlines is expected to launch direct flights to India in the near future, further strengthening connectivity. A high-level government meeting yesterday addressed growing traffic congestion in Attica, but stopped short of adopting major structural measures. The closed-door meeting, chaired by Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis, focused on short-term interventions rather than broader reforms. No substantive discussion took place on changes to the Athens traffic ring. A proposal to ban trucks from the Kifissos highway during morning rush hours from 7 to 10 a.m. was only partially accepted. Ministers agreed in principle to reduce congestion, but ruled out a full ban on heavy vehicles without specifying concrete measures. Business groups opposed the truck restrictions, warning of higher costs and supply chain disruptions, and proposed alternative measures such as enhanced traffic policing and lane management. Infrastructure officials presented ongoing and planned projects, including new interchanges, upgrades at the Metamorphosi Junction, and the proposed Iliopoli tunnel linking Kareas to Elliniko. Authorities also discussed medium and long-term plans, including smart traffic lights, increased public transport frequency, new road links, and Metro Line 4. Storm Kristin is set to impact large parts of Greece over the coming days, bringing heavy rain, thunderstorms, strong winds and possible hail, according to the National Weather Service. The most intense weather is expected to begin today. Heavy rain and thunderstorms will affect the Ionian Islands, western mainland areas and central Greece from early morning through midday. Western Peloponnese will see severe conditions through the afternoon, while northern Greece and the northern and eastern Aegean Islands are expected to be affected from midday into the night. Brief but intense rainfall is also forecast for the Athens metropolitan area around midday. Authorities warn of localized flooding, hazardous travel conditions and strong winds. The General Secretariat for Civil Protection has activated emergency flood response plans, placed fire services on high alert and instructed local authorities to remain ready. Unstable weather is expected to continue through the weekend, with storms expanding to central and southern Greece and snowfall forecast in mountainous mainland areas. Winds at sea may reach force 7, while temperatures will gradually decline in northern regions. These were the top stories of the day as covered on Mega News. Thank you for watching.